Hey, what's up guys? It's Victor here from Cyborg for Life. I hope you guys are doing really well. Today I wanted to talk about how long it's going to take you to be able to walk after leg lengthening surgery. Okay, but first I want to say that, to be able to stand, your legs need stability. To be able to walk, your legs need stability plus mobility, which is your range of motion. And to be able to, walk perfectly and then eventually run, sprint, and jump, your legs need stability plus mobility plus flexibility in the muscles, okay? So there's that progression there that you need to start from post-op all the way through post-consolidation. But they're all going to depend on different factors like the type of device you had, which set of bones you got lengthened, how much length you got, and how well your rehab went. So we're going to touch base on each of those factors. First off being your device, okay? So did you have depending on what type of device you had, you may or may not be able to walk right out the gate, okay? So right after surgery. So like, for example, if you had the stride nail implant, most doctors want you to walk day one. They want you to start taking steps and weight bear day one, which is really good because you're going to lose a lot less range of motion by getting up and being mobile, okay? And it's also going to help with your recovery and the consolidation of the bone because that mechanical stress helps the bone to heal, okay? But if you had something like a precise one like I did, or like an external fixator like a Taylor spatial frame, or a combination of an internal nail and an external frame like a lengthening on nails or lengthening and then nailing, you're not going to be able to weight bear until post-distraction phase, which can, extend the amount of time it'll take you to be able to put your feet down on the ground, okay? All right, which set of bones you had lengthened. So there's a known, fact that, the femurs typically heal faster than the lower tibias. And this just goes to, show that, because of the more muscle and blood supply on the thigh, it helps carry nutrients to the bone and it helps it heal quicker. Also, there's one less bone. There's a lot of factors that play into it, but your femurs heal quicker. So because they heal quicker, you're able to get back to walking and, normal life sooner, okay? What else? The amount of length you got, right? So if you had in the femurs, there's a rule of thumb that, people say that is, it takes about 1 week for every centimeter that you had lengthened in your femurs, and about 1.5 weeks for every centimeter you had lengthened in your tibia. That's not perfect, but it's just kind of like a general rule of thumb. So let's say the femurs, right? If you had 6 to 8 centimeters on your femurs, then you're looking at about 8 weeks of healing. That's 2 months of healing, okay? And if you add that to the distraction phase or the lengthening portion of the surgery, which takes about 3 months, you're looking at about a 5-month round trip there, okay, for the femurs, all right? So that's going to take you about 5 months from, when you have the surgery to when you're able to walk normally again, okay? But for the tibias, if you did this recommended 5 centimeter max, sometimes 6 centimeters depending on the person, you're looking at about the same amount of time to heal because they just heal slower. So you're looking at about 2 months, even though it's a less amount of height there. And distraction, same amount of time. So you're looking at about 4 or 5 months there for even just a little less height. Okay, so that plays into it a lot too. And then finally, your rehab. Okay, so you're probably going to be able to take baby steps a lot sooner than walking perfectly. But you need to make sure that you're staying on top of your physical therapy and your stretches, because that's going to dictate how much range of motion you can regain and how well you walk back to normal, okay, without like a funny look to your walk. People say walking like a penguin, and I've seen all kinds of different things, but if you want a normal walk, you got to make sure those muscles are intact, because those muscles cause motion. So without your muscles working perfectly or being, having enough flexibility in them, you're not going to walk perfectly. And that's what I said at the beginning, is that you need that flexibility to walk perfectly. So, the muscles that I recommend you stretch a lot are the posterior chain, things like your hamstrings. Those are probably the number one muscle that's going to dictate how you walk. Your hamstrings, your glutes, your calves, especially if you have the tibias lengthened, and your abductors, your abductors, the outside of your hips. Okay, those are going to be huge because that kind of pulls your leg out so you can walk normally. Okay. Also your adductors. I mean, you just want to stretch everything, but make sure that the posterior chain is taken care of, the most. All right. So again, guys, those are going to be the factors that play into you determining how soon you can get back to walking normally. But I think the biggest factor is like what type of device you had. If you can weight bear right away, you shouldn't lose much at all and still get through a good lengthening. So it's a little bit more pricey. We know that internal nails are, but if you're worried about getting back to walking, would it be worth it to you? All right. Hey guys, that's all I have for you today. Hope you guys liked the video. If you did, hit that thumbs up. Be sure to subscribe so you don't miss any videos. Yeah, I think I should be having another interview this week, if all goes accordingly. Yeah, but until next time, this is Victor from Cyborg for Life, signing out.
No more crutches, ditching these crutches, baby. Oh yeah.